Good morning, Rando fans, and welcome to some more Link to the Past playoffs in the Open League. Today we have what is actually essentially a Game 4 with Swordbeam Club in Rod We Trust already at 1-1. They haven't played their Game 3 yet, but since it's already split at 1-1, these guys are going to go ahead and play their Game 4 today. We have Sean Rhapsody versus BSJ, and we're going to play some Inversion today, which is going to be new for a lot of us. Inversion, a inverted version of Ambrosia, for those of you that remember that mode that got played for a while. Basically, we're not going to get a boots hint. We don't have that in there yet, but we do have items on all the bosses. So guaranteed items on bosses. We have shuffled big keys, except I believe the Ganon's Tower big key is always going to be in Ganon's Tower. And yeah, and we're going to be inverted. So we're going to see some, definitely going to see some different things. My name is Tracy M. Looks like Brewers fan JP is going to join us shortly, and we're getting started here. And both of them are going to start in the Dark Chapel, which is the equivalent of the Sanctuary. And JP, how you doing? I see you're here with us now.
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. Looking forward to a race, a Game 4 before Game 3. I love it.
Yep. Having a little bit of fun here. Looks like we got our map check.
Ooh, pendant, Turtle Rock, Pendant, Skull Woods, Green Pendant, Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock's one of the more interesting dungeons in Inversion because you don't necessarily have to get in from the top. You don't necessarily need the medallion, depending on your item set. So it'd be interesting to see if that comes into play, or if we just completely ignore the dungeon like we hope to do.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. It's going to be probably a little bit. Actually, well, it depends on as you said, depends on the dungeon. We could actually see an early Turtle Rock play, potentially. Well, actually, still need quite a bit, but we'll see. We're in Skull Woods, that usually happens in this one. Sean going for the bombs. There's a nice farm spot back here.
Yeah, I like to do this early because, yeah, the biggest issue with Inverted is just early resources. Almost everything in the Dark World that you want to open up is behind bombs or rupees. There's only a couple of places you can just get an item. So farming those bombs early makes a lot of sense. You can get a lot of these Skullwoods items as well, and it looks like both runners are going for the ones that they can get.
Yep. So let's see, we got we got a compass. Since now this isn't Inversion, so there is one unfortunate side effect here is BSJ takes a death. One of the things about Inversion is the item that's usually on the boss.
Yes.
So unfortunately, that at best they're going to find one item in here.
I guess with the big key shuffle, I guess there could be 3 items total, so it's 2 items left.
Oh, good point. Yes. Okay.
But yeah, I have not played a lot of Inversion myself. It's going to be it's going to be a new mode for all of us, either watching and playing. I think it was in ladder for at least one season, so anybody that played it there is going to have a bit of an advantage, I'd say.
Yep. So yeah, you are right there with big key shuffle. Then there we could see 2 items, but I don't think we've seen an item yet.
Well, we just saw one in Link's house. We got a Moon Pearl in Link's house, which will allow them to not be a bunny when they go into the light world.
Yep. And with those bombs, we can check Hype Cave for 5 items.
Yeah, I think this is a really good plan from BSJ's standpoint.
First, we got some arrows.
Ooh,
Flippers. That opens up some stuff.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they shuffled the big keys is one of the pitfalls of any kind of inverted mode is the early blind fight, specifically perhaps without a sword. Although we do get the starting swords here. You can also have the very early Ice Palace plays, although in that sense you don't need a big key. You need it logically, but you don't need it. It's not hard required. So inverted modes just in general could force you to do some early, very difficult fights that you wouldn't see in most normal modes.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, so shuffling the big keys just makes that a little bit less likely.
A blue cane, that's a nice little find. Unfortunately, no money, so can't go for the digging game. Not even 20 rupees to play the arrow game to get the
Yeah,
money.
this is where if you're going to play a lot inverted, you're going to want to know how to do that arrow game.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like we're going to go back into Village of Outcast. Probably a Thieves Town play or check some of the chests around the Thieves Town as well.
Yeah, with those bombs, you can do the bombable hut. You can do sea house. You can. We can't quite do chess game. You need a little bit more than 5 rupees. I want to say, what is it, 20 or is it 30? I forget.
30.
Oh, a nice tree pull for Sean. Getting I only grabbed 2 of those bombs, but even just 2 of those bombs is gonna help him.
Well, there's some money for the chest game.
It's just 5 more. Just 5 more. We can play it. Maybe it'll give us some money.
You can probably, yeah, you're dipping into Thieves Town since you don't have a big key. You're not going to find it guaranteed in the front per se. You'll probably find at least 5 rupees up here.
Yeah, I believe there's a pot in here somewhere that's a 5 rupee pot if you know where it is. So I want to say it's up to the upper, in this quadrant here, or to the upper right, but I'm not sure. Blue mail, very nice find. Actually, really nice color too, early on.
There's a
Ooh,
glove.
glove.
That's 2 pieces towards Light World access.
Yeah, light world access pretty similar to dark world access. You want 2 gloves or a glove and a hammer. In inverted modes, though, those mitts are not always hard required. I believe King's Tomb is the only location that is hard required for mitts, and then everything else is kind of negotiable. There are other items that can get you to where you need to go.
Yep, exactly. Sean's gonna diverge a bit and head towards Eastern Dark World. Unfortunately, with he's only gonna really have access to 1 item right now because you only check the pyramid. He can't get in the
Yep,
pod.
not with 5 rupees, you can't. Kiki will just laugh at him. BSJ just taking a death because he wants to get out of there faster, so nice death warp. I will say this, we're getting a lot of bomb drops from our enemies here.
Here's a chest game, and well, at least you got your money back.
Yeah, we're getting close to dig game money.
Yeah. Well, at least now you have enough for arrow game.
Yes, you can do that. And Bombable Hut maybe gives us the answer. Nice magic drop. So now the blue cane is usable.
Yeah, if there's nothing here, or a dig game, we're probably looking at a pod dip.
And having to save up our money to do so. Boomerang is nice. I mean, maybe our stun prize is money oriented. 10 arrows on the pyramid. That's not going to help us. I would go check that stun prize immediately with that boomerang, but we'll see. Could just be arrows or something that's not really useful. We're just going to head to the arrow game on BSJ's side. Looks like he knows how to do this. You want to be aiming at those what are those things called? Just as they just as they pass by. No, the things you have to shoot, the little octopus guys.
Oh yeah, I was like, I was kind of my mind was on the curtains. Like that's usually what I use for my.
Yeah.
That's usually what I use for my I can't even think of the word now. It's my focus point, so I know when I'm.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna do the dig game and hopefully get enough money back. Looks like he's got plenty of money from the dig game. Just bombs, still useful at this point, but not really what you want to be spending 80 bucks for, especially if pod is the play.
Oh, we do have catfish too.
Ah, yes, that glove gives us catfish. We don't have entrance to Ice Palace because we don't have Bombos or Fire Rod, so yeah, I think we're down to pod and catfish. I think I would, in this situation, just in hopes of an extra good item, I might do catfish before heading into pod. Just hoping to get them. If another sword shows up, hey, maybe a fire source or something like that.
Yeah,
there are a lot of nice things that could show up there that might help you out.
I was about to say with BSJ, he could use the portal that's in the bottom right hand of the corner of the map. It'll get you up to catfish a little faster, and then from there you can route over to pod. But
yeah, I like that. Not what he chooses to do, but that would work. Because he just wants to go straight to pod. We know there's nothing on the pyramid, so we know he's not missing anything there.
The only disadvantage to this is that if that first chest is not a progression item and not a key, he could be out of here pretty quick.
Yeah. And it's a long walk. But I mean, you're going to have to pay for this at some point anyway. It is a crystal, so it's just a long walk. Sean's going to check out the stuff in Thieves Town. Oh, for a moment there I thought BSJ got hit, which is always annoying with Kiki. Because then he'll go run away and then you have to pay $10 again. But he's got enough money that wouldn't have been that big a deal.
Alright, so let's take a peek at what this first item is.
Be nice if it was if it's not a key, it'd be nice if it was a bow, honestly. It is a key. Okay, we get to keep going. Thanks, game. Now, of course, you can break the right side if you know how to do a mimic clip. No potions to do the potion unlock version of that.
Yeah, we'll see if BSG knows it or not. But for now, of course, you're just gonna go to the normal main part.
Yeah, I tend to like to follow the key logic as much as I can, and then if I can't do the mimic clip, so if I have a potion, I might go back to it afterwards. We're still not bow locked, so that's good.
It's not a bad idea as well. Just following the bow logic, trying to force yourself to get locked out as fast as you can.
Yep. And Sean gonna do some arrow game shenanigans, get some money. Oh, we missed.
After 2 plays, I'd actually leave and come back in if you want more, because this is when things start to get desynced.
I never thought about that. Plus, he's got enough money to do dig game if he hasn't done it yet. A lamp! Oh, boy.
Okay, that actually could be progression. That could take us
it
up
could.
Death Mountain.
It also gives us, I mean, depending on key logic, we still have one small key. That gives us more access to more things. And we can get to the back. And there's probably another small key to put the dark maze in logic even.
That's saying go beat Aga. That actually is an option.
Yeah, glove plus lamp. Right, because the little the barrier thingy, I don't think it's there in inversion. Is that inverted? Is that correct?
That's correct. There is no barrier, so you just a sword and a sword and a lamp is really all you need to get through Aga Tower.
Yeah. And at this point, I think I'd be grabbing all those rupees this early. But BSJ figures you just gotta grab the ones that are fast to grab. Understandable to want to go faster here, but that's a lot of money you could have for if Zora comes up in the near future. That'll of course be the big one. Sean can go ahead and check out Catfish. I'll be really curious to see what's there. Okay, we still have one small key left over, so we can go to the dark maze in logic. You might see BSJ do a bomb jump here anyway, although with only 2 hearts, maybe not. He gets one shot at this.
Yeah, it won't be fatal at least.
Oh right, he's got blue mail. He's got a couple of shots at this.
Catfish has nothing. It seems about normal.
Yeah, not too big a surprise.
And one more chest in the dark maze. Just the map. No big keys. You can't check the big chest, so you're out.
Map and compass in the dark maze.
So that lamp is the progression, and that'll take us up Death Mountain.
It will indeed.
Now, I will say for these runners' sakes, it is a very good thing they got Burna, because one thing that's open up here on Death Mountain is Super Bunny Cave.
Yep, and those Lionels, they don't pull punches here. So trying to get through them is a trick and a half if you don't have any kind of safety item or something to kill them with. And Sean getting the bad news that his progression has to be here in pod.
Now this, see, I'm trying to think what we got. We got the old man item, which is in logic because even though you have to go into the light worlds, it's actually no, we got the moon pearl. Actually,
Yep.
do we have a little extra? I think we have a little extra because we have that moon pearl.
Yeah, that moon pearl should give us some light world locations to check.
Yeah, you can be in Spec Rock too now. So I think actually it could be in Spec Rock even without moon pearl because you can bunny walk to it.
Yep. And of course, one of the fun parts of Inverted is this long walk to rescue the old man.
Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta turn the old man in first before you can check in Spec Rock. Because the
Yeah,
old
he
man does
won't.
not want to go there.
He won't let you go in it. Even in cross keys, where a lot of the follower behavior has changed, he still won't let you go into any of those caves. He just doesn't want to go anywhere but his own cave. So. And dead rocks are still annoying.
Yep.
Right now, if I were the runners, I'd be hoping for, for a container heart soon. I mean, they do have blue mail, so it could be worse. But 3 hearts, 15 minutes in, is not exactly ideal. And BSJ is just gonna jump down, which is fine, and figures that there's a really good chance that there's something here.
Yeah, plus you're gonna save and quit after this item anyway.
Yep. A bottle. Nice progression game. Actually, right now, not even progression. We can't get to the sick kid. So
Yeah, that's not even progression right now. So it's either gonna be Super Bunny Cave or we gotta go through Aga.
yeah, with that cane, you're definitely gonna go do Super Bunny first. Heck, even without that cane, you're gonna try and do Super Bunny first. But yeah, it's just really difficult to get through without any sort of way to deal with the Lionel. So that blue cane, very nice to have.
Yeah, unfortunately, one thing with inverted mode that you do have to learn, but like you don't need it necessarily, but you do generally need to know is how to get past these Lionels, which
Yes.
generally involves a damage boost.
Yes, and with I don't know what damage they do on blue, but it's still going to be a lot, I think.
I think you can do 1 heart of damage, so it'd be a little better. But yeah, that cane trivializes it. Alright,
Yeah.
so either we see a glove, a hammer, or we're probably doing Aga. I guess we could also see Fire Rod or Bombos, but they don't want to see that.
No, Fire or Bombos would send them to Ice Palace and 3 heart Ice Palace without a cane or a hook shot.
Oh, okay. Well, Big Key to Eastern's nice.
20 rupees, not nice.
That doesn't unfortunately do anything. So yeah,
No,
we've got
nothing.
Aga.
A 3 heart fighter sword, Aga Tower. Let's go. Like he's gonna go ahead and walk back. I might have just saved and quit and started over.
I think this is still slightly faster. Though you do have to go through the Lionels again.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest reason I might have saved and quit. Okay, one of the more difficult Aga Towers that you're ever going to see. Again, thankful we have that blue mail. The boomerang might come in handy too.
That boomerang, I love to have an Aga Tower for 2 reasons. One is the last small key you have to pick up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And 2 is what are the guards on that narrow path right before you climb up to Aga?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
So I'd be really happy to have that boomerang right now.
I mean, right now, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things you would rather have that would be more useful, But you get what you take what you get, and that boomerang definitely makes this better.
You're asking about BSJ skipping catfish? Yes, he did. We do know that catfish was just a red rupee, though, so
Yeah.
that's not gonna hurt him.
He hasn't checked the pyramid ledge either. That was also nothing. You're already up here. Uh, Catfish pyramid check in this mode is kind of a long one because we don't have hammer, you have to flipper through the dark lake Hylia to get up to it. So he's taking a gamble that those are not the answer, and he'd be right. So
Yeah, BSJ making some good progress through here. Still full health. And as I say, that he takes a couple hits.
yeah, and he's about to get to one of the more annoying rooms with these red guards.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is exactly what he's doing. He's just be very methodical, very cautious. Don't
Yep.
try to rush this.
Yeah, you're not going through Aga Tower fast in this with this item set. Doing a nice job with the stuns and stuff. And our stun price is 5 rupees, so not the best for farming, but I mean it is definitely will help them get to Zora money if that's what the game wants of them.
And there's your nice little NMG strat right there. 2 pots into the guard, quick
Yep.
throw of the boomerang, and you're through it.
And here's your room where the boomerang is going to help the most. Just knock those guards off.
Yeah, I cannot count how many times those guards will not have knocked me off
Oh,
before.
I know what you mean. And anything to even just stun them is super useful.
And I completely forgot to do a prediction for this one with channel points, but hey, get your guesses in chat. What are we going to see for blue balls?
I'm gonna say 3 because it's always 3.
It's a very safe guess, yeah.
It's a very safe guess. See, 2 people in chat agree with me.
I'll be in a little nice state too, but I've already seen a few shots, so I think maybe I'm cheating a little.
Yeah,
Oh, no blue
unfortunately for
ball.
Sean, it's gonna take him a little while longer to get here because he's also gonna do all these same checks and come to the same conclusion eventually. And for him, he knows it's Akka since he's done those 2 extra checks.
And we may get a 0 blue ball. That's 5 straight.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
0.
nice. Always good to see a 0 blue ball Aga. So Sean will get the same Aga, so that'll be good for him too.
That is Light World access for BSJ, and here's one of the tougher parts of Ambrosia, is once you hit Light World, you have a lot you can do.
It's like he's just gonna go straight to the Hyrule Castle checks, which you're right here, so it makes a lot of sense.
And
And you got the lamp, so you might even be able to go all the way to the back.
yeah,
Oh, he
most
might just do it from the back. Yeah, we'll see.
actually, yeah, it depends on where the small key location is. But if you can
Yeah.
get through here normally, you can. It's actually better to just route the whole thing at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because actually getting to the sanctuary drop is kind of a long way in this mode. He's got the lamp, so he can just death warp back up, and if the small key shows up, he can get all the way to the back. And if it doesn't, you still can get to the back. We already saw the map, so the one fear that you can sometimes have is going to Dark Cross for a map. That's not going to happen. It'll either be the small key or it will be an item.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sean has the bad news. It's an Aga seed, and he will make his Aga climb.
Also using that cane to great effect on the Lionels.
haven't seen our Light World map check yet, but we do know there's one pendant in the Light World and one red crystal.
Okay, it's nothing in the castle. BSJ did set up the death warp, so he's gonna go ahead and let this green guard kill you. Oh, Sean using the B in the previous room. I mean, you have it. You're not gonna. There's not a whole lot it does for you. So using it here when you're on this kind of health, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
One thing I do a little maybe disagree with BSJ here is he didn't go check Uncle.
Yeah, so this is gonna take him really far away from the Uncle check. Yeah, doing it right after the going down to save to Zelda cell would make a lot of sense.
He might not get a small key here, and then he can take a death orb and go straight back and check Uncle. But if he gets a small key here, you're just gonna want to go through at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, no small key, and that is a Master Sword, so it certainly is useful.
Yeah, you'll take that. There's a death warp, so now he could go back and check Uncle. So that kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, except you... I mean, okay, you could hop off, that's right.
By the way, if you might have seen a little special entrance over on the left side there, there's a pretty special reason for that. That won't come up till much later.
Hey, another boomerang. Get your choice now.
Yeah, Uncle's weapon of choice today was a magic boomerang. I almost feel like he got scammed there. Like
hey, a heart container! At this point, you'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take an extra hit. We've got 4 hearts now.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think feel like Uncle got scammed. He got told this magic boomerang will let him become a hero, and then he just died right there. There's our map check. Looks like we have Pendant Desert and Red Crystal Hera.
So nice that we have the big key for Eastern once we get a bow. I think that's the one big, yeah, it's the only big key we have so far, so. I think it looks like we're getting some South Shore checks.
Yep, we're gonna see the dam. There's a big key to ice.
Ice. Okay, I mean, not a hard required big key, but a logically required big key, and you're happy to have it before you go into Ice Palace in case there's something in that big chest. But not really the one you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Chat making a point that you don't need book here, and that is actually a interesting point, is that one item that can be hard required in inverted modes, as we see another big key.
That's a good one. Thieves Town.
Yeah, ideally, you'd like to see the hammer before you go back there, but...
Oh, of course.
As I was saying, like, one thing with inverted mode is, just as you were talking about with Turtle Rock earlier, is that the access for different dungeons changes.
Yep.
And Desert's one of those in that in normal mode you can get there with either book or mirror. In inverted, you hard required need that book.
Yes. And in this case, it is a pendant, so you kind of just don't want that book to ever show up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like not wanting flippers to show up when Swamp is a pendant. Oh, there's that bow. We're going to be doing Eastern very soon.
And that bow and bombos, that gives us access to 2 dungeons.
Yeah, I think we do Eastern first. I should stick in the back of the runner's minds. It's like, okay, this is available. Might have to do it sooner rather than later, but Eastern, is 4 items. You got the big key and the bow, so the game is kind of telling you to do it. Oh, an ice rod sing on Lake Hialeah Island. You can see that because of some of these little changes where you have to be able to get to some of these light world locations without a mirror because like the mirror goes the other direction. So
Yep. Yeah, it looks like BSJ is going to take that bow and is heading straight to Eastern.
yeah, I actually really like this because he can also stop at Saha on the way for 3 items, and then there's going to be 4 items in Easter. Or maybe he's going to do Saha after. It looks like we're going to do it after, which is fine too.
The only disadvantage is he's kind of isolated Ice Rod Cave, but that's not
Yep.
much different than normal modes.
Nope, it really isn't. So, I mean, let's see. What's the best way to get back there? Because a lot of times you'll flute to 8 and get back there that way, but that's not really because flute to 8 is going to put you in flute 8 at Dark World.
If
So,
you get mitts, you can take the portal by Ice Palace.
yes, that would work. Yeah, because Ice Palace is not super segregated like you have it in normal modes. Okay, Sean, meanwhile, is going to go ahead and get his Master Sword. He's just a couple of steps behind, in large part because of that both the Pyramid and the Catfish play. Those very slow checks that just have put him a little bit behind, and unfortunately didn't give him anything. Okay, so far not much in Eastern, but this will be our second check. Sean taking that Death Warp, gonna leave and probably do Uncle. Just 20 rupees. By the way, in real good shape for Zora play. At 480 rupees, getting real close to that magic 500. His first container heart. I'm sure that's welcome. And we see the compass. And we'll see where Sean starts out with his checks. And just the map in the big chest. Which means there's definitely going to be an item in the big key chest, so we're not going to skip it. Yeah, Sean's going to take a very different route here. Let's see. Maybe he wants to check back of escape. Oh, also going to check Graveyard Ledge, another location where we have to change it just a little bit so we can access it without being able to mirror from the Dark World.
Yep, as you mentioned earlier, or as you mentioned, yeah, a lot of these places are changed. The only location that hard requires mitts is right down there.
Yeah, also requires boots, so not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, we are going to get that back of escape. And yeah, so far nothing in Eastern, but a heart container. And when you're only at 4, that's a pretty welcome sight, but not the progression you're hoping for.
In the back, we got bombs, the small key that we don't need anymore, and the piece of art.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing.
But still Sanctuary. Most runners will play this like this and inverted is they'll check those back chests and then walk out.
Yep. God, it feels like everything's in the bomb price. It's not the case, but I swear we're seeing a lot of bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not going to be worrying about those in the long run, which is nice. And I mean, we're to the point where bombs are not scarce anymore, but still nice.
There's a fire rod.
Ooh. We get another tell to Ice Palace that we're going to hopefully, or most likely, ignore for a little while.
Surprisingly, that fire rod is actually potentially not required. Looking at our dungeon layout.
Yeah, Skullwoods is No, we're gonna need it for trying. Oh no, Turtle Rock also a pendant. We may not need that fire rod.
We also,
Bombos readily available. I mean, it's nice to have. You're not gonna turn it down, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is a strange just twist. Yeah, we might not need it. But also on BSJ side, he has cleared Eastern, gets the first crystal.
our container over at Lumberjack. I'm a little surprised that Sean doesn't wait until he has boots because he can just get the item. That heart container would be a nice item to have, but you're not going to come back for it.
Mm-hmm.
And a mirror. I missed that second item, though. I lost a few frames for a second.
Yeah, I did too, unfortunately. That mirror is a nice find. That half magic's a nice find too.
And BSJ gonna go from from the light world, with that mirror.
He might be going to Ice Palace.
He could do more of Pod with that bow. He looks like he's gonna do Catfish.
Yeah, I guess you got 2 more checks in Pod too.
I don't know if you go back for those right away. He may just be taking advantage of the fact that that save and quit put him straight on the pyramid to check pyramid and Catfish, and then we'll see what he does after that. Could mirror and save and quit in the light world.
Yeah, the only thing I might disagree a little bit here.
Oh no, I can't mirror.
Yeah, the only thing I might have disagreed a little bit here is he doesn't have money for Zora, and he could have looped Zora in with this.
Yeah. Yeah, which would have meant doing Zora first, but yeah, sometimes I have to, wrap my. It's hard sometimes to wrap your brain around the mirror working backwards. Oh wow, 2 big keys, a Meyer big key, I think, and a Turtle Rock big key, which we don't really want to see. I think that first one was a Meyer. Yeah, our tracker shows it as a Meyer big key.
Turtle Rock. And the 5th heart for Sean. Here's another of our little inverted changes. After you beat Aga, they add this portal.
Yep. So you gotta have a way to. I mean, the whole point of killing Aga is to be able to get to the light world. You gotta have a way to get to the light world.
I found it interesting that Link walking through the grass where he slowed down is still faster than that guard.
Another optional big key with Swamp Palace. Another one of those ones that you're not upset to have it, because then you don't have to ever worry about going back into Swamp Palace after you did it the first time. But it's not really useful either, so.
Also got the Quake medallion, which we'll have to wait and see if it's needed. We do need 1 medallion for Meyer still.
Yeah, Meyer still hard requires a medallion. Turtle Rock can potentially hard require a medallion, but typically does not.
And actually, with that mirror, it probably will not.
Yeah, and again, it's a pendant. We don't want to go there anyway. And it looks like VSJ is going to route Kakariko from the south to the north.
I will say, though, with that mirror, when they do get some more access on Death Mountain, Laser Bridge is a really quick check.
There's a Cane of Samaria. We are starting to get things for Turtle Rock.
Is Sean not happy with visiting sick kid?
Yeah, that 5 rupees doesn't do a whole lot for us.
He dropped a bomb in the entranceway. Yeah, Samaria, yeah, it's kind of starting to point towards a turtle. Yeah, like we've got Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Samaria, and the big key.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's other things I would do first, but yeah, that Turtle Rock, the game seems to be pointing that way. Now, that could just be bait.
Yeah.
The game does like to bait us.
Now let's see if BSJ mirrors here. He does.
Oh, he's going to pick up the Smith. This is another one of those inverted only tricks you can do. And I believe this is in logic to pick up the Smith this way.
It is. That's why they cleared the space out there. And purple chest is also in logic because for the same reason.
Yeah, so BSJ can have a slightly more efficient clear of Kakariko.
Oh,
Oh, that's a big one too. That hammer.
that is big. Yeah.
Now he'll have proper light world access.
Yeah, that is very big for him because it might take Sean a while to get back there.
Now he's gonna do clean up the rest of Kakariko, get some big keys, get some hearts.
The thing is, we are kind of starting to sneak up on Go mode.
Yeah, we're gonna need a hook shot.
Yeah, I think Cookshot might be the only item we absolutely still need. We do need keys,
We need
so
keys, and we don't know the Meyer medallion. You don't need a flute to get into Meyer. If I'm, yeah,
correct. Because they have light world access and the mirror, you could just
yep.
mirror here and get into the mire area.
So that would do it for Meyer. Yeah, so it's medallion for Meyer plus hook shot. Yeah,
We still need to find the pod big key. That actually might be the only big key we still absolutely need, assuming
yeah, because we don't need. I mean, logically, we need the Hera big key, but you know that one, a hook shot would take care of that.
yeah, we're kind of hook shot and a pod big key from no mode.
Yep. Oh, hey, a Skullwood's big key. You've already cleared most of the front of Pendant Skullwoods. Here's a big key. Go at it for one check. It's one that I would happily just see in Ganon's tower.
Checking checkerboard, nothing there.
Yeah, with that checkerboard cave, it is a little bit more profitable to go this direction. But sadly, nothing there. And the only thing in Aegina's cave was a fetch quest, which we don't want to do.
Yeah, Sean needs to work his way over towards. Well, he's gonna work his way towards the dam and the mini Moldorm cave, which should will get him a bow and bombos.
Yep, that'll get him his bow, and that'll send him over to Eastern Palace. We'll see if he does Ice Rod Cave while he's over there. He also has the option to do Zora. Has plenty of money to do it, but I feel like you do the dungeon first because it's full clearable. Now we're gonna get Thieves Town from BSJ. He's got the hammer and he's got the big key, so he can full clear this, which is nice. The biggest thing you'd want here, in addition, is the boots. Boots might not show up today, so you're not gonna wait for them.
Yeah. I mean, in BSJ's spot at this point, he can full clear Thieves Town. He can full clear Ice. He might be able to full clear Mire. Depends. No, actually, never mind. He cannot. He needs either the hookshot or the boots to still get into Mire.
And I do wonder if and when he even gets to that fire rod, which the only thing left that fire rod could be logic. I mean, obviously there could be items in Turtle Rock, and yeah, Moth could always have something in the back that's required. But other than that, right side GT, which is sequence breakable with the lamp, so you know that fire rod would not be hard required for that.
Well, actually, the GT, that's a good thing to bring up because there is a third thing we forgot about.
The GT big key.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always I believe that's always in GT in these.
Oh yeah, good point. But it's, yeah, at the same time, that fire rod, if it's on right side GT, unless BSJ knows the bomb jumps there, that fire rod could still come into play.
Not in a terrible spot, but he's got so much other good stuff to do that he might just not get there anytime soon. And there's a tempered sword, which is really, really nice to have. Both runners going to end up on that tempered sword because you're not going to skip that check.
Sean going for Ice Rod Cave.
It could be big if this is something important.
Yeah, if there's something important here, this might get him right back into it. Nope, just a shield.
Yeah, just a shield. I mean, nice for your blind fight, and that's about it.
Yeah. We'll say that I've seen runners in early inverted seas when they have to do a really low heart blinds. If they have the money, they'll buy the red shields.
Ooh, yeah,
Just
that's a
for
yeah,
the
it's not a bad
actual
idea.
fight.
I think we're gonna see the Zora area.
Yeah, but he does. Unfortunately, he does not have the mirror, so he won't be able to check cat. Oh, he already checked
Oh,
catfish. Never
he
mind.
checked catfish. Okay, we must have seen all 4 items in Thieves Town already, because VSJ not checking that chest. So he's paying better attention than we are.
Well, we haven't seen them all, but he might know he might have one item left, and it's on the boss. And there's the
Oh,
book.
yeah. Ambrosia, there's always an item on the boss. And yeah, there's that book we never wanted to see.
Sean was right back at the portal, but he does have the Zora area he could actually check.
Yeah, I feel like Sean just a little bit more prioritizing overworld checks. And so far, the seed has seemed to want us to do dungeon checks.
Well, I mean, the big overworld checks that he needs to do are Saha, then Smith.
Yep. And Smith is a tough one for him because he's already done the rest of Kakariko. But he may be running out of stuff by the time he gets a cold sword on blind. Okay, we're good for swords. And Zora with just a bottle. With already 2 in hand, that doesn't really help at all.
I did see something on the ledge. I missed what. Oh no, he's just walking out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought the ledge was like rupees or something. Okay, looks like BSJ may just finish up these North Light World checks, do the Lost Woods, maybe do Back of Escape. It'll be good for him if he does Back of Escape. Lost Woods has half magic, which is a nice luxury item, but by no means required.
Yeah, having that mirror early has really helped BSJ route
Yep.
Light World so efficiently.
Yep.
Did not see Hobo on BSJ sides, and that's
Nope.
where Sean's headed.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it now. Hope again. I mean, all it takes is for one of these to pay out for Sean for him to get right back into this race. And
Okay.
Ether. That's, I mean, it's a potential. Like, Meyer could be Ether.
Yep.
I mean, nice for Sean that he doesn't even have to think about medallions, at least. And BSJ gonna check this separately so that he can just save and quit out of Back of Escape, I think.
Yeah. Sean's been on half a heart for a while. He's been doing well not to take the death.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, I know these are light world enemies. I know we've got blue mail, but it still doesn't take much. And decides, you know what? Maybe I should grab this fairy cave. Shoutouts to him for knowing that it is a fairy cave. No, I don't think... Did VSJ even do Back of Escape, or did I just completely miss it? I mean, it doesn't take very long.
I don't think he did.
Well, if he never gets there, he won't be missing anything.
He looks like he's going to be walking to Ice Palace now.
Yeah, Ice Palace, now he's got a gold sword for Cold Stare. He's got the Fire Rod. No hook shot, which, you know, is a little bit dicey, but not too much, because you've got the Cane of Samaria to do Icebreaker. It was just a heart piece in that other Saha chest, but we do have now a mirror for Sean, so that's good for him.
Yeah, he's running a bit behind on dungeons. BSJ's already got 2 done, and he's going for his 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one he's got open to him, full clearable. I guess pod is now full clear. Oh, nope, we don't have a big key for pod. Never mind.
Yeah, now he can full clear ice. Swamp you could go into, but you don't have a hook shot, so you don't want
Yeah,
to.
hookless swamp is terrible. And with the big key, BSJ does not have to hit the switch here in Ice Palace. He can just go straight and do the icebreaker from here.
One thing BSJ doesn't have access to right now, we need either a hook shot or the mitts for, is most of Death Mountain. Though Turtle Rock still could have something.
It could.
And it actually, even as much as you like to route, you want to win on Turtle Rock ideally, and so you can get into it from the light world, but the game could expect you to go through the front entrance of Turtle Rock. Oh, there's Boots.
Oh, Boots! Yay! Okay, that gives us Misery Mire.
Yep.
Also gives us, speed. We like speed. And some more checks that are now completely out of the way.
Did BSJ already see 3 items?
Boots and I don't know. Did he? It says 2. Chat says 2 items, but it's 3 items in this dungeon because the big key. But if he saw 3 items, he's just done. And looks like he's. I guess he needs to grab the small key over here.
Yeah, he does, but that actually might be a little bad. Because if he only saw 2 items, there's 4 in here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's rushing Cold Stare.
Yeah, I mean, okay, compass is big key, chest map, all items. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was 3. I'm hoping he's paying better attention than we are and not forgetting that there is a 4th item in this dungeon. As you're so used to, regular modes where it's 3 items, or Kisanity modes where it's like all of the checks are potentially items. This is kind of in between. A little like map compass shuffle. It shouldn't take long with a gold sword. Yeah, if you can get cold sword in the corner like that with the gold sword, it's once you've done that first part, the rest is easy.
Maybe the chat's saying maybe he did get 3 before then.
Yeah, he might have. It's kind of if I were watching at home, I'd probably pull up the VOD because I'd be too curious.
Yeah, sometimes you just see those junk items and you don't even register that they're.
Oh my god, that happens to me all the time. Oh, arrows? Okay, that's a nothing. I didn't get an item. But yeah, he didn't get a small key, and if he didn't get map or compass, then that has to be 3 items, so. So yeah, hopefully we'll see when Sean goes through Ice Palace. He probably won't be that far away from it.
I believe this is going to be a Mire play for BSJ. Yep.
Yeah, I like this. He can also check the Light World locations while he's at it. He's gonna get that. Doesn't yet have the pesky book, but I believe that was that over here?
That was Waterfall Cave.
Okay, never mind. So he doesn't have that pesky book to give him Bombo's tablet. That book could play a role, though, if that book is required for something, like a Bombo's tablet. Alright, Sean gets his first crystal. Oh yeah, the Skull Woods Vicky. I knew there was something dumb over here.
Now, the one good thing for Sean is that since he, since that hammer still locks quite a bit, so he's going to get forced over there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
So he's
going back into pod. I mean, you've got the 2 items on or the 2 checks on the right side here. you're right here with that mirror. I mean, it's not a bad choice to check it. Now, when you get the big key, you just come back. I don't think you lose much time doing this now, and maybe you find something good.
All right, we're gonna see Myers shed, and the Mire Medallion is Bombos. So
So ether, not worth anything. And mitts. The other.
that's actually good because that gives you a lot of access up Death Mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
As you mentioned earlier, it's not hard required, but because they don't have hookshot yet, that gets you over to Eastern Death Mountain so you can get to Light World.
Okay, so a blue bottle and a small key on the right side. I think that's bottle number 4. Yeah, I don't think you lose a ton of time going through that way as compared to just coming back in and going through that way to get that small key. So I think it's fine that he did it right then and there. We'll see what Sean decides to do next, though.
Yeah. Fortunately, Sean's starting to run out of ways to catch up here.
Yeah, he needs something to pop in a bad spot for him that BSJ won't go to. And there are bad spots that like when you have everything but one item on path, and then you're looking for that one last item if you're BSJ, that can often be really, really awful. But we're running out of places and things that could be that one bad check. Mushroom, definitely an annoying item to deal with in inverted modes, because you can't just loot to the witch's hut. It's just 50 rupees.
Yeah, doesn't help either. And you have the money for the potion, you just gotta
Yeah,
pick it up.
pick up the 50 and then like when it's money at the potion shop, it's you just leave it until you need it for a bottle. You know? Like it's $300 sitting there at the potion shop. Okay, I'll just let it sit there, and then if I need to buy a potion, it'll be there for me.
That's interesting.
You see 50 rupees in Mire. Haven't seen a whole lot here yet. It's gonna be the Turtle Rock play.
Can
we get in?
He does have whatever medallion it is to open Turtle Rock. He does have it.
Yeah, it's true.
So yes, this could be a Turtle Rock play. So unfortunately, that's not gonna give him the hammer, but he could still find something here.
Hookshot would be the big one.
Chad mentioned he doesn't have hammer. You don't need hammer in this mode to get into Turtle Rock. Like, interestingly enough, like in normal modes, hammer would he seemed a little undecisive then, decided to bail.
Yeah, looks like he's debating what he has left at this point. Yeah, so yeah, the way it works is you hop up on the tail, and he's got all 3 medallions, so you'd be able to enter Turtle Rock that way. So you don't need the hammer to activate Turtle Rock. You would need it to get into the light world if you wanted to use the mirror to get in. He's got Thieves Town declared. I think that's a better play, honestly. Although as much as it's a better play, I think, to do Thieves Town, one of his outs would be a Turtle Rock play for Hookshot.
I've been paying attention to Sean. BSJ's on his way to Vidi.
Yeah, I believe he has. Okay, he's gonna use.
This is slow, but not.
I kind of like. Yeah, I kind of like the dash strats with the blue cane better, but like he's got half magic, so this is gonna work just fine. I like the dash strats with the cane. I like the slash strats with the cape. The big difference being one, the cane causes all that lag, and two, slashing the sword with the cape on means your magic doesn't drain, whereas that's not the case with the cane. But yeah, with half magic, it in the end didn't matter. He was gonna finish the boss with no problem.
Oh, BSJ has his 4th crystal. He's running out of dungeons to do, though.
Yeah.
But he has those mitts.
Yeah, it needs that pod big key. See, where is he running to now?
Probably to the portal to get to Light World? Or maybe not. No, is he gonna go into Skullwoods?
He's got that big key, he's got the fire rod.
Yeah, looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Oh, he's done all the good on path checks. Now we're getting to the point. Yeah, he's gonna go the back of Skullwoods. I don't think we saw this check. No, we didn't. And of course, the big chest is going to be available.
If he's counting items, though, he might. I think it might just be the item on Moth at this point.
Yeah, we just got that piece of heart. I feel like they got something in the front at the beginning, but I wouldn't swear to it.
Oh, Sean's almost through Thieves Town.
Yeah, and actually being over here will allow him to do Smiths if he wants to.
Well...
I mean, it's kind of out of the way because you got to get back to the light world. Wow, wait, you mirror from the light world. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't have access to the Kakariko portal.
No, you're right, he doesn't. Yeah, so yeah, never mind. He can go look at the Smiths.
Yeah.
And gets a gold sword. Okay, we must be still missing an item because BSJ is going back in. Which means the front was nothing when they checked it earlier.
So then maybe there is an item in the big chest.
Well, assuming they checked everything else, it'd be the only spot left. Sean also going to go into Skullwoods.
Yeah, Sean's got the same idea, and we're going to see that big chest from Sean before we see it from BSJ.
A little trouble setting up that bomb jump. Pretty similar to the Hera bomb jump, but without the huge penalty for falling, because you're just going to go back to the beginning instead of falling down 2 floors. Yeah, it was an item, and it wasn't... I mean, it would have been a really nice item to pick up when they were here before, but now we don't care about bombs.
Yeah. Oh, BSJ heading back to Light Worlds.
What does he have at this point in the light world?
I don't know if he has anything Light World here, but he could go back to oh, I guess he's not going to go that way. Because he could do Hammer Pigs on Purple Chest.
Right.
Oh, you never checked the back? Tomb? He hasn't done King's Tomb. I honestly think he hasn't done the back of escape.
Yeah, so all these boots checks, and then you could do. Yeah, hasn't done any of the boots checks, and can do. So it can do King's Tomb as well, and then can do back of escape. So two of those are gonna be new to us. We've seen what this is because Sean went and checked it from the front and was unable to get that heart container. Well, we're still pretty low on health, so I don't think I would mind picking up a heart container there, but you know, it's not what you're looking for.
Sean has his pendant out of Skullwoods.
Yeah, not even the green pendant, sadly. Okay, let's see what this is. Another heart container. All right, and you can also check Graveyard Ledge here. And Sean back on the mountain, so maybe he's figured out that he can do the Turtle Rock play if he wants to.
Yeah. It's actually about to say, surprised he's not going to Ice Palace, but it doesn't look like he's got the Ice Palace big key. I don't remember where that was.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was either.
There's the
Big
pod
key to
bag.
pod, that's big. So those boots hard required.
Yeah. And the mitts.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now we're gonna see back of his. Yeah, now we're gonna see back of escape from BSJ. And I'm pretty certain there's there's an item on the in the big chest. We did see both map and compass in the dark maze. So be interesting to see if BSJ goes and checks it.
So the last thing we still need is that hook shot. And
Yep.
unfortunately, not even that Ether Medallion is going to really help Sean here if it's in here because BSJ can just get into the light world at this point.
Yeah.
It looks like BSJ is running straight back to pod.
Now I think Sean's out here is the book being required because BSJ has shown no signs of going to go anywhere near Zora. That book's sitting there in the waterfall cave.
Yeah, unfortunately, even if it is book at this point, BSJ is just getting farther and farther ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Unfortunately, this is kind of one of the things that can happen in Ambrosia and Inverted in general. Is just once you hit light worlds, everything opens up, and honestly, a lot of this has not even been Sean making bad plays per se. It's just that BSJ hit the right route. Like he did Saha early, got on the mirror, which then he took in a CAC, so he was able to do the Smiths his first trip in the CAC, which
Yep.
got him the hammer.
Yeah, I think that was pretty huge because, like, Sean prioritized. Overall, Sean has been prioritizing overworld checks a little bit more. BSJ went straight to South Shore, got the bow, and was like, "Yeah, I have a dungeon I can clear. I'm just going to go to Eastern." And whereas Sean hit Kakariko earlier, and again, like you say, without that hammer, it's just it's not always it's not necessarily bad calls. Just sometimes it's not the right call, but that's randomizer for you.
Yeah.
Like any of those bad spots, if that mirror or that hammer or whatever had shown up in one of those bad spots that Sean checked, then we're talking about a completely different situation.
One thing to keep in never mind actually. I was gonna say that Sean could get locked out of here pretty quickly, but not necessarily. It's less likely in this mode when he's already got the big key, but small keys could lock him out of going all the way to Trinex, depending on where they're located.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll just take that thing as two small keys on Laser Bridge, and Sean cannot finish this dungeon this way.
Yeah, because you can get to Laser Bridge in other fashions. And BSJ gonna go do Helmasaur first. You're go -1, so you're hoping that your -1 is just sitting there on Helma. Then you'll have to make the tough decision whether to go back in or not. Yeah, we know there's an item in the big chest because I do recall seeing both map and compass in Dark Maze. And
Yep.
we can't have a key in the big chest, so it has to be an item.
That's another thing with inverted. That hole's already open because otherwise you could get stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. But yeah, if this is not a small key in Crystal Roller, Sean will be locked out of the rest of the dungeon. Just bombs on Helma.
That is BSJ's 5th crystal.
And it is a small key, so Sean's gonna be able to keep going. Okay, BSJ going back in. Okay, I don't believe he's done the right side yet, because he does. Yeah, he has not done the right side yet. I'm a little surprised he could have just done the right side to the boss. He's gonna have to hammer jump to the big chest. There was an item on the right side, item and a key. So we'll see if he goes back in for that. We know the item on the right side is not worth it, but he doesn't know that. But we don't know what's in the big chest. And it's just a piece of heart.
There's the Hera big, which logically is required.
Yep. I mean, it could be hard required if the hook shot were behind it, so that does occasionally happen. It's not like Ice Palace big key, logically required but never hard required. Hera big key, always logically required, but yeah, every once in a while can still be hard required. And we're starting to run out of places where that hook shot could be.
Yeah, BSJ is going to start doing full clearing this mountain.
Yep.
And that Hera big key is not even going to really be a point for BSJ because he's going to most likely do laser bridge.
Yeah.
So now if hookshot ended up on Trinex, that might be an out for Sean because that might be something that BSG doesn't want to do.
And who would blame him? Also, we don't have to worry about checking the other chest in Hookshot Cave, because we're looking for a hookshot. Even if you can hover, you're not getting your hookshot there, so there's no point in checking it.
Just a piece of heart, but this is green pendant.
Yeah, that's true. Could be a green pendant turn-in. Could be something.
This is another part that's annoying of inverted is routing Death Mountain because you need to jump down 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. Routing Death Mountain can be problematic in normal, and Verge just makes it so much worse. We start with Spiral Cave for 1 item, and then we'll get into Paradox Cave for 7. Oh, there's the hook shot. Never mind.
And that is go mode.
That is go mode for BSJ. Maybe doesn't quite realize it at the moment. I guess he can. Yeah, probably wants to get over to Hera. They're not.
Yeah, this isn't normal mode where you could just do Hera before GT. You need to do Hera now.
Yep. Yeah, not gonna check any of these items. I mean, at this point, the silver is the only thing that he could possibly want, and I don't think it's worth the amount of, unless you're really bad at silver. It's not going to be worth the time to check those locations for it.
Interestingly enough, for inverted, here's another fact. Well, Turtle Rock is no longer hammer required. Hera is hard required for hammer now. you have to have hammer to get here.
Yep. Because you can't use mirror again. Not able to use those mirror shenanigans to get around. I say shenanigans. I mean the. It's probably not the right word considering that you can. The game actually expects you to use mirror to get there the first time when you're playing it.
Answer check. Mitts were in Checkerboard Cave, I believe. Or not Checkerboard. Mire Shed. So Sean could get the mitts right now. He's got his access to get the hammer and the mitts, but
They're just. I mean, they're kind of in bad spots.
yeah. Oh, and Sean's gonna go into Ice Palace without the hammer. It looks like.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see. I think the boots were available if he icebreakers.
Oh, they're not. They're in.
What was the
H
next one? They're in
room.
H room where the
Needs
one
the
that needs.
hammer.
That sucks. That's right. The boots were that third item that we saw.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is just really a case of just one route paid off more than the other. Just BSJ getting that mirror so early was just able to route everything in
Yep.
such a way that it just paid off for him.
Yeah, mirror before Kakariko. That's kind of what it came down to.
Yeah, Sean hasn't made any bad decisions necessarily. He just kind of didn't get the good route. That's basically what it came down to. But remember, this is not the end of the series in any way. This is a 1-1 tie in this series right now. So Swordbeam Club will be, assuming this holds, Swordbeam Club will be down 2-1. Rivalry Touch will be up 2-1. But they still have a chance to. This still could go either way.
I mean, it's a best of 5, so yeah, definitely not done yet. In fact, the game 3, the nominal game 3, is going to be. I saw this. It's going to be between Sin 2324 versus Irritable Penguin. That'll be tomorrow at 1:40. So we'll see if Swordbeam Club can bring it back to a 5th game.
Yeah, I do believe that game is scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Let's see if I'm just pulling it up on the schedule quick. Yep, and it's a hard MC shuffle.
Ah. Yeah, just a note. The way it's supposed to work, and the way I assume it worked for this, is that the higher seeded team gets to choose game 3, and then the lower seeded team gets to choose game 4. So I assume that the game mode for game 3 was chosen before game 4, because you can't play the same game both times. So
yeah,
once the map compass shuffle was chosen for game 3, then that was off the table for game 4.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, you can play game 4 before game 3 if you have the 1-1 tie. But yeah, you still have to believe you have to make that choice before you can decide on game 4.
Yeah, I believe Swordbeam Club was the higher seed, so they would have chosen the map compass shuffle.
Yep. Calling hard MC shuffle the boring choice. I guess you're not wrong. Your other choices other than these two are Swordless and Randomizer.
Yeah, Randomizer also with hard mode. That's probably the one. I mean, if there was like a veto portion to this, that'd probably be the one I'd veto, because I don't like Randomizer, and just, hard mode is only. I kind of feel like the only real hard mode part of hard mode is the lack of any mail upgrades. But Randomizer with no mail upgrades sounds a little scary. You never know when those Lionels are gonna show up in a bad spot.
I do have to say, there was no way a team called Swordbeam Club was going to choose Swordless.
No, not at all. Yeah, Swordless is also generally in stream mode. A couple times I've gotten that in Mystery, and it's like, oh hey, it's a little different when you know it's coming than when you have to guess. But
Yeah. That is BSJ's 7th crystal, so he just has to
yeah,
go to Ganon's Tower and find that GT Big Key, which I guess we can play that game.
yeah, we can. If you all want to put some numbers in chat and claim bragging rights if you get it right.
See if I can get a prediction going here really quickly.
Yeah, don't have a lot of time because we have. It's not a very uh, not a very long walk here. We do have to get to. Oh, wait, yeah, I didn't even think about it. With Aga killed. You just have to save and quit in the dark. Sorry, in the light world, and you're there.
Yeah, now you're gonna have time to get a prediction going, so yeah, just get your number in chat.
Who is a small key, and looks like BSJ is of the mind of, I'm gonna go right first because I have a small key.
Meanwhile, Sean looks like he's heading towards... This is gonna be a desert play, because he doesn't have any access into Mire. Well, he'll get Mitts,
No,
and that might send him somewhere else.
yeah, I mean he's got the, and he's gonna do Bombo's tablet here as well. All right, 3, 4, 5, and a nice refill there. 6 is lots of money. Where was that 300 at the start of the game?
Yeah.
Grabs a small key, mirrors out. And we'll be interested to see what Sean does with these mitts. Oh, and there's the big key just sitting there on the torch. We got a small key already, so it just needs to mirror out and start climbing. So was that 7? Could have been 1, but it was 7. I see Lisha Peachy chose 7. I don't know if anybody chose 7 earlier than that, but definitely at least one person choose 7.
Pool Float's got it. Yeah, Pool Float was the first one to guess that.
All right, congratulations to Pool Float and also to Lisha Peachy. Got it second. The only thing left for BSJ is, does he check any of the upper chests for silvers? And yeah, we do see Sean in desert. And it looks like it's boost lock, so immediate save and quit.
Yeah, I think this is going to be up Death Mountain for him, which will get him a hook shot.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he can't. Or no, yeah, never mind.
With
Sorry.
mitts? I was gonna say, I thought with mitts you could.
Yeah, he can. Never mind. I forgot. I was thinking bottom portal. You can use that. Yeah.
That's okay. A lot of us, I mean, Inversion new to a lot of us. Inverted, not everybody plays it all the time. There's some people that really like it. I'll play it on occasion.
And BSJ on the Landmo fights with Gold Sword. Pretty simple, though. Looks like he's not getting some friendly jumps from those Landmos. Looks like a 3-cycle.
Yeah. Had enough magic that he could have used Fire Rod if he wanted to supplement and maybe make it a little bit faster. But, you know, this is fine too. No silvers to do silver strats. That's kind of my favorite landmo kill is the nice 3-shot silvers fight. I'd love to see that. It was a little sad during the tournament last spring where we didn't get to see any of those because silvers were never available. Oh, we're going to see Paradox Cave first and a shovel. Oof. I mean, it makes sense. Paradox is 7 items. Spiral Cave is 1. So it makes sense to do this first. And it also gets you up, when you're starting from the bottom, this will get you up.
Yeah, exactly. And Sean's already checked Laser Bridge, so he only has to jump down once.
Yep. ABSJ does need this key, is not checking those chests for silvers. And low health and no powder. I don't blame him for skipping that chest there at all.
It might have been a poke. Might have to be careful. Okay, you're fine.
Oh, I thought that was a poke too, but it was not. Oh well, Ganon will tell us where the silvers were. Frankly, probably in his tower in the basement somewhere, so. I might have gotten a triple out of that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, no 2-cycle possible in this one because of a blue ball in the second one.
Oops. Oops. Nope, can't use that audio. Never mind. So, sadly, can't use his audio. I tried to switch it. All right, now we're into the Ganon fight.
Well, there's the cape for Sean, but this is just a Ganon fight for BSJ at this point.
Yeah.
Gold Sword, the first 2 phases are pretty simple.
Gold Sword, I mean, say what you will about being able to get a 1-on-1 with Tempered. It is really nice to get an almost free 1-on-1 with Gold.
Yeah, it is.
And BSJ passed the most difficult part of the Ganon fight. So at 3.5 hearts should be fine.
And our silvers were in Light
In the
World.
Light World. Okay, what was left? What is left that we haven't seen in Light World? Oh, Shovel Spot. We're about to see it.
Shovel
That could be
Spot,
it.
there's also Mimic Cave, and I don't know if that qualifies as Light World.
That might be Death Mountain. I know it is in normal modes. And it's not Dig Spot either.
Purple Chest was also a possibility.
Yeah, I always forget whether in spoiler logs, I think they list Purple Chests in Dark World, but I'm not sure that's actually correct in terms of the Ganon hint.
Because there's also Ether Tablet.
Ether Tablet would also be Death Mountain, I think.
Oh, yeah. What else is available in Light World? Green Pendant check. No, what?
No, we saw that. We saw that.
Pedestal, maybe?
It totally could be Pedestal. In which case, we'll see it on the credits. In the meantime, Sean's going to get his hammer.
But that's a GG for BSJ.
Yeah. Yeah, get those GGs in chat. BSJ finishing up with an official race time of 1:28.08. And that'll give In Rod We Trust a 2-games-to-1 lead in this series.
like Sean's gonna play it out for now.
Yeah, he's gonna keep on going. I always have a lot of respect for people that keep going. I don't, people. There's a lot of people that'll just stop when their opponent finishes, and I'm perfectly okay with that too. Especially, it's kind of nice to be able to talk to them in interviews and stuff. But if you're one of those people that I'm generally one of those people that likes to finish. So definitely a lot of respect for Sean for keeping on going. At this point, I think he just needs that pod big key to
Yeah, which
finish.
was at King's Tomb, which he
Yeah,
needs.
so he needs to go to ice, which would give him the pod big. No, sorry, would give him the boots, which would give him the King's Tomb, and then he'd be in go mode.
Yeah. The other thing I was gonna say is that Sean might just have the race room closed and might not know.
Yeah, some people do that. And it looks like we do have our winner with us here, BSJ. GG's. You'll have to unmute yourself, but well done. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, GG's.
I'll learn technology someday. I swear I will.
That's okay. I had some technology fights this week trying to get a Switch set up, so I totally feel you. But yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, so I guess the biggest thing that just kind of led you down the right path and led Sean down the wrong path was you had Mirror when you went to Kakariko.
Oh.
Yep, and was able to get that hammer a lot sooner. So yeah, Sean prioritized a little bit more on the overworld checks, and you prioritize a little more on the dungeon checks. So yeah, just things kind of just laid out for you.
Yeah, looks like Sean jumped into Turtle Rock. That can't feel good.
Yeah.
I assume there's not much in there.
Logically, it was required because the Hera Big Key was there, but
Well, that's important, I
mean-
guess. But
I mean, yeah, you're unless the hook shot's behind that Hera Big Key, it really, because in your case you were hook go mode. Unless that hook shot was behind it, then you just don't need it. Yeah, he's still looking for his. Yeah, he needs to get into Ice Palace, get those boots to get the pod big key, and then he'd be in go mode. And maybe he goes there next because Ice Palace is accessible. But yeah, how you feeling? Up 2-1. You guys were the 2 seed, I believe, or the number 2 team in this division. One more win and you take it.
it feels pretty good, particularly since I actually contributed for once. Yay!
I do think you did drop. You unfortunately were the one who you took the game 1 loss, correct?
Correct. I'm riding the coattails of Sin and Breve like crazy.
Okay. Yeah, and so you were the one that chose Ambrosia, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what was your thought process behind that? I mean, you had Map Compass Shuffle, I assume already taken out because that's going to be the game 3, the nominal game 3 tomorrow. So you had your choices of Swordless Ambrosia and what's the other one? Oh yeah, Hard Randomizer. So why Ambrosia?
I figured that would muck up the logic the best. That's my best chance.
I think you might have succeeded in that, but yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like you just had like a pretty hard. You were pretty focused on dungeons throughout this. Was that your general strategy?
I was trying to hit. If I had a big key, I wanted to go clear the dungeon if I could.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. And that bow showing up when it did, like the fact that you went South Shore and grabbed that bow, I think just really helped you out because it just made sense to go to Eastern with it instead of going over to Kakariko first because you had a full clearable. You even had the lamp, nice full clearable Eastern.
Yes, it was nice.
Oh yeah, speaking of the lamp, yeah, that early progression. Was it lamp in? Was it lamp in pod?
Yeah, it was in pot, like the
Like,
second chest or something like
yeah,
that.
takes you up to the mountain. And of course, I mean, you gambled a little bit because Catfish and Pyramid were still available when you went to Aga, but I think it made sense to I mean, it's easy for us to say it makes sense to make that gamble because we had seen the items on Sean's side. But I mean, you're already up there. So what was the thought process there?
Well, that's kind of when I had that lamp, I figured Castle Tower is going to be required, and there's only just a couple items left that were kind of long to get to. So,
Yeah.
especially with no hammer and just getting around was tough.
Yeah. 3 hearts for a long time.
Yeah, when did I get my fourth heart? Like just before Castle Tower? Jeez.
No, it was after. It was in Uncle.
Oh wow.
So you both did a very nice job with the 3 heart Aga Tower on Fighter Sword. Definitely not anybody's favorite thing to do. All right, Sean in Spike Cave because you're already at the mountain, so don't want to
We
have
did,
to leave. Don't want to have to come back.
we did see from the ped text on your side that it was just a rupee stash on the ped, and it said Laros or Light World. We can't figure out
We're
the.
we're we're missing the location that you both skipped for silvers.
Oh, Magic Bats. Chat just brought that up.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't think of anything else. I couldn't think of anything until Magic Bat. But yeah, you guys never found powder, so okay. This is the Ice Palace play from Sean. So long as he follows these boots once he gets them, he'll be in go mode.
So, for you, BSG, I guess your portion for this round of the playoffs is done. You're now, as you said earlier, you're riding on Irritable Penguin and Sin's coattails here for the rest of the way. Like, I think it's, we see Irritable Penguin going tomorrow. There is still the possibility of a Game 5, Retrance. How does your team feel about these next 2 games?
Well, feel pretty good about Sin tomorrow against Penguin. Hopefully it doesn't get to a game 5 because it sounds like the scheduling is going to be murderous.
Oh, I might have said the wrong names there. Sorry.
It happens.
Yeah,
But
so
all
you
in
get
all,
to dodge. Yeah, you get to dodge Retrance, I guess. It's gonna be interesting to see Game Fives. Like that, this is a new thing for the league with these Game Fives being co-op. I kind of feel like it's such a newer mode, and it's gonna be a weird mode to co-op that it's just gonna. I'm kind of excited to see how that works out.
Yeah, I don't know if
um,
we have any.
I hope I'm not going to see it on my team. But well, I want to watch one this season, hopefully.
Well, I guarantee you somebody in one of the leagues is gonna go to a Game Five. But yeah, certainly you don't want your team to go to a Game Five.
Yeah, looking at the open playoffs so far, no guaranteed Game 5s just yet. So we've got a couple series of 2-1 that could still go to Game 5.
Yep. All right, Sean, I'm gonna finish up. Ice Palace has those boots, so hopefully he just follows them.
Yeah, nice quick cold stare fight there with the gold sword. That'll be his 4th crystal? Yep.
Yep. Needs to do Misery Mire. Needs to do Swamp Palace. Needs to do Pod.
He's got
Might do some of those before he gets the pod big key, though.
Yeah, he might do Mire and Swamp before checking Pod. Or before checking King's Tomb for the Pod
Yep.
Big.
It's so awkward to get around and inverted. Actually, this direction says he might. Oh, never mind. He's going to Swamp. Thought maybe he was gonna run up that bridge, but yeah, we might get a Swamp full clear here. Or okay, this is another way you could get over to King's Tomb.
Yeah, it looks like that's where he's going.
That'll be go mode, which will be really nice because we'll be able to go mode the last 3 dungeons. And especially Swamp makes that so much better.
Yeah, you do not want to full clear Swamp if you don't have to.
No.
Yeah, that is go mode for Sean.
Hop right back in that portal and do Swamp right now, I think.
Yep, and then you can just run over to Mire. I'm just trying to think of extra question, guys, for UBSJ, but it's hard because it's like I feel like this is just really a straightforward, just a straightforward affair for you. Just not much off the path. Like that collection rate 116.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. That's pretty crazy, especially in inverted.
Yeah, I needed something weird to happen to take down this win, and just TR not really being that useful is it.
Yeah, and like I think we were talking about it earlier. Like we're getting everything for TR, and it's like, is the sequence I need a TR, or is it going to be bait?
I mean, it kind of was, and it kind of wasn't. Logically, it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, it pretty much was.
And what we saw on Sean's side was that you could full clear it from the front too.
Yeah.
I must ask, where was Ether?
Ether was on Hobo. Yeah, Sean had Ether early, and that was one of the items we thought might give him an advantage, but turns out it did not.
Yeah, if Mire had been Ether, that would have been big.
He also found the book in the waterfall.
Yep. Yeah, ended up going into desert, but it was boots lock, so it didn't really get him anything. So it wasn't too long of a wild goose chase there.
Never saw the flutes, never saw powder in this one.
Yeah, powder's probably somewhere deep in Swamp Palace or something. Now, if Sean is a different type of big key router, he might get that big key a little sooner, sitting on the torch if he goes, if he does like a Dark Magician or a Hope to left.
A Argus fight here with Gold Sword, and this is pretty quick. You can get a 1 cycle out of it. You pretty much had a free Gold Sword in this one.
Yeah, the swords were funny. I mean, I suppose you could have dodged the Uncle Sword, but yeah, the 2 sitting in Thieves you weren't missing.
Yeah. I mean, it was Dark Cross, but yeah, you could have easily dodged that one.
Oh yeah. That's right.
That was
In
Sean's
the general area.
That was Sean's 5th crystal, and he's gonna head over to Meyer at this point. No worries about medallions. And then he's just got to head back over to Pod, and he can go to GT.
Yeah, and you can do that nice save and quit with Aga there. It's it's kind of like the all dungeon seeds where you can save and quit to the pyramid just to get to Ganon if you have to do a pendant after after Ganon's tower. Well, this is actually better because you actually have a shot at getting some health back. I don't think I saw where the big key was in this, so we'll see how quick this is. But oh no, never mind. We're in Erosia. We have the big keys. We just go to the back. This will be very quick.
I think BSJ. Yeah, BSJ wasn't in go mode when he came in here,
No,
so
he
was
was
looking
not.
for some chests.
If I remember correctly, it was the top firelock and the lobby chest that had the items. Don't remember what the key was. Or wait, no, we already have the key. Sorry.
Yeah, the key.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was like I want to say in Blind's hut. Sounds right.
You had better control of the account of items on this one than we did, because we were in
Sure
when you were in
did.
Ice Palace. We thought you skipped an item.
Yeah, we were like, okay, did he get two? Oh, we knew he got two. We were like, did he get a third one? Because because there's an extra item in each dungeon because the way the big keys work. The boots were the important item. We knew you got those. So.
Our tracker eventually did confirm that you did get all the items.
Yeah, the trackers are much better at paying attention to these things. Shout outs to Dark Diplomat, our tracker. Always the MVPs of our broadcasts. I'll see what strats Sean decides to use on Vidi.
Got the cape, so you can do a little bit more efficient, at least, or / less lag.
Yep. Looks like he's gonna run through with the cape. I keep saying this, and I don't think people believe me, but if you slash, and you slash the eyeball when the eyeball pops out, you can actually kill the big eyeball before you destroy all the little eyeballs. And I think it's definitely faster than pulling out the bow at the end. It's definitely not the fastest way to do it. Like if you have silvers, you just use your silvers. But it's kind of a nice way. It's kind of fun too. So telling you, all need to try it. You can do it with tempered to some extent too, but I don't think it's faster with tempered because you're just not doing as much damage with those slashes.
Alright, so Sean is out of Meyer, just needs to go to Pod.
Yeah, I think save and quit to the Dark World is probably the better way to go here. Or save, yeah. Save and no, this is better. This is good because you're right there and you can mirror.
Oh yeah, this makes a lot of sense because you can run to Pod, can mirror to get into Pod, and then you can use the portal right after Pod to go back to Light World, so you can save and quit again to get back to GT.
Yeah. These are things that I think you have to practice quite a bit of Ambrosia to think about, or inverted in general. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Gonna get himself some hook speed.
Yeah, I don't think that was.
Yeah, I don't think this is the dungeon you want. Can't say I haven't done something just like that before, though.
Yeah.
Now, of course, this is go mode, and Sean did actually come back and check the right side. Never did, obviously didn't get the big chest, but he knows that's nothing he cares about.
Yep, exactly. Just gonna head straight to Helma.
Oh, nice fairy drop.
It wasn't all bombs.
Yeah, there was a lot of bomb dropping in the sea, but not there.
Yep.
Like I know the prize packs well enough for standard modes, so knowing which ones have the bombs and which ones don't, but I'm not an expert on which enemies are which. But I know there's one prize pack that's the majority of the enemies are in. And I think that's where we got the bombs from, is whatever that enemy group is.
Yeah, Sean is heading towards Helma. Let's take a quick look at our schedule, see what else we got on the schedule for today. A little later, in about 2 hours, we've got Bottles on Empty versus Missing Two Bows. Maximum Barnage versus Ray 07. It'll be on the ALTTPR League.
I think that's cross keys.
Might be.
I don't think it's
Yes,
marked.
it is.
I'm pretty sure that's the cross keys matchup.
Yep, that is. And then later tonight, we've got JKLOL versus Rando Babies, Radical Sniper versus Vextifer. Looks like I don't have a restream assigned for that one yet, but it does have commentary assigned.
Yeah, if there's a crew, they'll find a channel for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll all have to look at the schedule to see where that lands.
That series is tied 1-1. And it looks like that will be also cross keys.
Nice. Love me some good cross keys. Okay, Sean can go to the right first. We'll see if he continues all the way to the compass room here. Hopefully he doesn't. Nope, gonna go all the way to the compass room.
So it's going to be a 7 key for both runners.
Yep.
I was about to say, unless he does that, but he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, tower room could have. Yeah, you could do tower room, but no, there's no reason to.
I kind of like this, what Sean did there, just because, well, not as much as half magic, but I like that sometimes because if you don't have half magic, that's nice. It's nice to route it that way because you get the magic refill as you're going, so you
Yeah.
a little bit more magic back.
Yeah, I never thought about doing it that way. That's a good idea.
It's a little slower, but
Yeah.
the advantage is you get the magic there.
Yeah, I mean, it's slower in the short term, but sometimes having that magic makes things later faster. So definitely not a bad plan. And now gonna get the news that, oh, I could have just gotten the torch at number 1, or gotten the key at number 1, because it's just sitting here. Hi, big key. So yeah, boots doubly hard required because we need them for the torch, but we also need them for King's Tomb. Sean, gonna go ahead and grab this small key so he doesn't have to worry about the mini Helma key. I'm not sure there's a huge time difference one way or the other.
Yeah, it's just a Ganon's tower climb for Sean, and then a Ganon fight. I feel like the one thing that feels bad when you're in a situation like this is it's like I cleared so much stuff and I don't even get silvers for Ganon.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did a cross keys recently where I cleared basically the whole world and my silvers were sitting in Ganon's tower entrance. Found that out afterwards. So like, oh, hey, at Aegina, and I'm like, okay, I never saw that entrance. Oh, it has to be. That's what it had to be, and I checked it afterwards, and sure enough. Thanks, game.
Yeah, exactly.
I see chat asking where the silver's in this one. Well, the Ganon hit said Light World, and we pretty much narrowed it down to it being on Magic Bag, because we're pretty certain we saw all the other Light World locations.
Yeah, that's what we think it's at, though we don't have confirmation.
Right. Okay, one more room in the gauntlet.
Yep, Sean's making use of that fire rod and land mows with the gold sword.
Yeah, nice combination. Ah, nice free magic refill from the Wizropes.
I think BSJ also got that one.
Yeah, looks like they're in the magic pack, so. Which I think is their well, actually, I don't know. I was thinking something else. Don't know what their. I don't know what their Wizrobe normal pack is.
The penguins are usually the one in the magic pack.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. And then I realized, oh wait, these are Wizropes, not Pen Gators.
Yep, I'm actually curious. I got a quick link to the enemy prize packs so I can easily look it up. Wizrobes are actually in the same pack as the guards.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the magic pack is only 4 enemies. It's the Pengators, the Gibdos, the one of the red guards. I think it's the spear throwing red guard, and oh yeah, it's the spear going like the spiky helmet guard, red guard, and then also the what are they? Buzz blobs. Those also are in
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
The buzz blobs you might not know because you always generally stun them to kill them.
Yeah. It takes Gold Sword to be able to just kill them, or a ranged weapon.
As you mentioned, the first 2 prize packs are the ones with the biggest number of enemies, because it looks like there's 19 enemies in the first prize pack, which has hearts, and then there's another 17 in the second prize pack that has all the rupees.
Ah, yeah. All right. Packet 2 for Sean.
We know you couldn't get a 2-cycle here because of that blue ball.
Nope, not a chance.
It's actually a nice potential spot for a easy triple if there hadn't been a blue ball there.
Of course there was a blue ball there. I think he's just got one left. Yep.
Yeah, you gotta give him some credit here for sticking through this one, because I mean he's nearly like a half hour after BSJ finished right now.
I mean, it's rough when your opponent finishes and you're not in go mode. Okay, 4.5 hours. I didn't even think about bottles on BSJ side, but I know Sean has at least a blue. May have more than that. May have bought something at the potion shop. Yep, and there goes one of them. No reason to save it at this point.
Yep, it should be through. Yep, he's through phase 2. I believe the stomps weren't too bad.
Yeah, Ganon warps will be the same for both runners, so kind of like the blue balls on Aga. Except this last set of warping. All right, 12 spins and he'll be done.
Yeah. Just a little bit of patience here. I will say the good thing about this is we don't use aggregate time in any way, so it doesn't matter if you lose by 5 seconds or a lot more. It all counts the same. Few more spins, and he's down.
There it is.
Yeah, get GG's for Sean, who gets through that seed, stuck it out.
Finishes with an official race time of 2 hours and 37 seconds. So hard-earned GG's for Sean.
Sean did decline to do an interview, but unfortunately, though, we do have to wrap up because we are actually into the next event's time, so we do have to step out now.
All right, yeah. So just quick thank you, first of all, to JP for joining me, Dark Diplomat, our tracker, and of course all the people behind the scenes at speedrunning, at SpeedGaming. Thank you. Lost my head for a second. The next race again will be at, what was it, 1 o'clock? 1:40?
2:10 Eastern.
2:10 Eastern.
The ALTTPR League.
All right, and yeah, that'll pretty much do it for us, and we'll hand you over to the next event.
Yeah, make sure to also give our runners a follow, and thanks as well, Tracy, for joining me. Yeah, let's hand it over to our next event. Have a good day, everyone.